Welcome. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Abala Pantera. This is going to be a general message for the collective. Okay. It's going to be brief. I just wanted to give an update on the energy for you all. And I am pulling from my deck. And the first card out, as I'm sitting here vibing with Source, is Dejavú. Dejavú. Okay. At the bottom, we have cut all cords of codependency. So the message right now is there's a scenario or situation of sorrow, pains, and regrets, time now 1026, which is equivalent to Mars and Scorpio or the Five of Cups. We are in Pisces season, the season of the fishes, one of sorrow and the other one of power. At this moment, while we are in the first decan of it, you're being shown exactly what it is that you must walk away from when it comes to you learning the lesson from a specific challenge or challenges. You'll know more about this as far as your natal chart and where Saturn was at the time of your birth and where it is now. If you use progressed charts, you'll know even more. But we have this instance of deja vu. It has happened before. But now you're being given the opportunity to respond differently where in the past you may have reacted. Okay? So let's see what else we have coming through here for y'all. This is something you have to say no to because the yes card was in reverse just now. It was there, but it showed itself through the deck. See, there it is. Saya, the C. Have the conversation with yourself first. So I'm getting just from these three cards right here. Deja vu, yes, in reverse. Deja vu is saying to you to have the conversation with yourself first. So this is something where you had a conversation with yourself first. As far as sorrow, pains, and regret. So it's like you're being shown a scenario where you may have felt guilt for something you did or said. Okay. But now has come the time where when you're speaking to yourself, you're like, nah, this is why I had to do this. This is exactly why I had to do this. Okay. And I want y'all to know something. Those of you that are here on this channel, subscribe to the channel once again. Thank you for the likes, the comments, you know, just being here, just being present with me as I deliver these messages, because I'm grateful for one. And just know that over here, I'm going to say things to trigger you. It's only for you to shift. And the shift is the way this is coming out, even where you may have reacted in the past. I'm going to trigger that same reaction. But instead of you actually taking action with that same reaction, you're now going to respond, which means you're going to observe the situation for what it is. Look at it exactly for what it is, because most times you have reaction because you perceive something to play out the way you want it to play out, and disregarding that the result is already in place, what you're seeing at the current moment. Okay. So thank you for those of you who've been here from day one. Thank you to those who've been here just for a moment. You only supposed to be here for a moment. That's all. You know what I mean? Because usually they come back anyway, but it's a journey. It's a journey. And here we have that which has wounded you has great potential to heal you. Chiron. Okay. And the question following up right after this card, 999, Chiron energy, a completion of a major cycle. You complete it based on what you are conscious of. Virgo, Pisces could be significant. This could be your north node, south node, vice versa. Or you may have these placements or 6th house, 12th house placements. Or you may have Chiron in Virgo, Chiron in Pisces, Chiron in 6th, Chiron in 12th. Just put it this way. If you have Chiron in the 6th house, this speaks of the wounds that your soul has carried into this life as it pertains to you providing service or your spiritual habits or any place that you may work in the way you're treated, possibly because of the way you analyze things or the wounds that your soul has because of the way you analyze situations. And being that Virgo is ruled by Mercury, this could also have to do with Gemini's energy as far as the way you communicate that with the external world. Now, with Chiron in the 12th house, this is an energy where you literally carry a very deep generational wound. Okay. This is basically it's like a legacy, right? That was supposed to blossom. But there are specific things or a specific thing that would constantly have it not be able to blossom. And it has to do with right before getting to the result, quitting. But what is that underlying factor that is causing you to quit? Okay. So this could be something that's deeply rooted within the subconscious mind, down to the soul carrying a wound that's connected to the human psyche. So this is one of those things where, especially with this Dejavú card coming out, it's like there's something that's reminding you to shift from all of that once and for all. Because after the 12th house, you have the first house where you now have this refresher when it comes to the area of your life based on who you are, the I am that I am, your persona, your temperament. You know what I mean? So, and then speaking of first house, we have divine masculine king to an emperor. Okay. So this could be, let's say, on a masculine energy level, you have the 4 pillars: air, fire, water, and earth. With us speaking of going from the 12th to the first house, it would be like the only thing that was missing was you being passionate about what you want to do. You feel it, you constantly think about it. It's always materializing in your life, but at the same time, when it literally shows up in your life, you're not passionate about it, obviously something's off, right? So we have here Proverbs 24:5. A wise man is strong and is better than a strong man, and the man of knowledge increases and strengthens his power. So the more you know, the more you evolve. This is why along the path of seeking truth, you also have to trust when you're guided through a path where it's unknown, it's not something you're familiar with. Okay. And then we have the shamanic journey right up after that. And then speaking of Mercury, it comes out here. So the shamanic journey is speaking of the integration of spirit and soul with the body, collecting all fragments of the soul, going back to that 12th house vibes. Okay. For some of you who are tapping into this message, you may have, 12th house placements, and this could be directed towards that. The planets are speaking of the parts of your personality or who you are that is in this area of life. And that zodiac sign connected to that planet in the 12th house would be speaking of the energy of it. Or the 6th house, because we do have that here. So then we have Mercury, and then followed by the reflector. So Mercury is all about the brain instructing the rest of the body and your thoughts. Now, when we're speaking of the thinking process or thoughts, we're also speaking of the spinal cord, because the spinal cord is directly connected to your brain. So the signals that are coming from your brain are sending off energy into your spine, and each and every one of your vertebrae is connected to a particular section of the body. Okay, that sends off the message. Then we have reflector. As far as human design, a reflector would be someone that's highly sensitive to their surrounding energy. So it's bringing me back to deja vu. There's something that's occurring for you right at this moment, okay? And you can sense where the energy and the sensitivity it has is at its most high right now. Most high, I say. It's connected to source. You're learning to live by the ebbs and flows, the cycles of the moon. As we speak of the cycles of the moon, there's a point where you start things and there's another where you complete. But in between, there are, phases where you're tested by challenges based on your level of confidence, or to test your level of confidence when it comes to these challenges in order for you to see what it is that you have to adjust or tweak. And also a time to heal and release, regroup. You know what I mean? So let me post some more messages. Let's see. Okay. So some of you may have Chiron in the 4th house, or in Cancer, we have karmic family here. And okay, this deja vu experience, this is where something's coming back around for the betterment of all. Because we have respond the universe is nudging you, Capricorn energy with this serpent charmer. Okay. Definitely someone who is a healer, magician with psychic powers, very clever, a sorcerer, or someone who utilizes their sources. Then we have Paris. And this is where you see those pyramids. which also exemplifies as above, so below. And if you watch the Da Vinci Code, you know that Mary Magdalene is right up under there. Well, at least that's from the film itself. So something about the number 13 here. Then we have love is not attachment. The number 520 could be significant, Leo, Scorpio. But all in all, there's a recalibration from the heart of transformation. So, and then right back to setting the meeting up with your soul. There's definitely something here for shifting for you all. Okay. Whatever it is that you're experiencing at this moment is directly connected to something you want to manifest when it comes to your dream life. Okay? Just see it for what it is. See it exactly for what it is. We're in the first decan, 8 of Cups energy of Pisces. See it for what it is. 8 of Cups talks about walking away from what no longer serves you, and do just that. Especially if you know that you've been serving this energy with love, unconditional love, meaning it's to a point where you don't have to be asked, for the assistance. You can sense it and you're providing it. Obviously, this is not one of those things where you want people to read your mind. No, not that. This is just more so the way you can see someone else by observing. It's time for you to have that in your life reciprocated, where you're surrounding yourself with people who give that same energy, basically. Okay? Then we have here the power of low and high vibration. Whew. This is why this is coming back around, because you're being given this power, and to whom much is given, much is required. And when this says much is required, it means to let go of those things that no longer serve you, where, yes, there are going to be moments where you're going to want to do something about it. But is that your ego talking or your soul? Because you want to make sure your ego is in service of your soul. Okay? Because it is the soul that's within you that is connecting to the spirit of life, or the breath of life, or the air, to have you as a physical vessel experiencing this here journey called life. Okay. Then we have forgive them, for they know not what they do, full moon. And the next full moon we have coming up is the full moon in Virgo. And Saturn goes into Pisces same day. Same day. Saturn goes into Pisces the same day as the full moon. That's going to be 1044, 144. That's going to be one solid ass message. I'll tell you that. But there's something here that's coming around for you to observe it. So yes, you're being tested. Where are we moon phase wise? Let me see. We're at a waxing crescent phase, courage to move forward, faith, and it's in the sign of Gemini. So this is a great moment to observe and listen to the way others are expressing themselves based on who they are, because you're going to see that while the moon is in Gemini, because the moon speaks of emotions connected to memories. And Gemini has a lot to do with communication, as it is ruled by Mercury. So, as we saw here, The brain is instructing the rest of the body. So you're really seeing the way people truly move. This is why I mean see it for what it is. Okay. Someone was just outside giving praises to their mother just now. The moon enters Cancer on the 28th. Come through, source. Okay. Been telling y'all to buckle up, but we really about to go for a ride, y'all. We really about to go for a ride. I kid you not. What message do you have for the collective? I'm telling you, about to go for a ride. You got the Six of Wands and the High Priestess. Where you're being led to is a revelation that is connected to success and victory. Jupiter and Leo is an expansion of your creativity, but you gotta trust where you're being led. Remember, the solar plexus is also one of your brains. Okay? You got the cerebrum, the cerebellum, the medulla oblongata, and then your solar plexus. God brain, the man brain, the medulla oblongata that's in charge of the circulation and the breathing that you do. But when it comes to the solar plexus, your free will, trust where your free will is leading you. Some of you, it's going to be a situation where you feel like you're getting fucked over, but you have to see this and close this out before spring. So you're being led, some of you, directly to something here that is dark to help you to balance out. Okay? Yes, also have two cards that fell here. Balance out. Balance it out. And with the Four of Pentacles, oh shit, didn't see that. Ooh, get excited about this one here. Get excited about this here. See, when you take this leap of faith here, when you trust your instincts, you're literally being tested by the universe as far as, are you going to put all your power into the root, or are you going to rise up into the solar plexus? It's not as clear as you want it to be right now, but there's definitely a message that's coming in within the next 2 months. For some of you, this could be 4 days, 4 seconds, 4 minutes, 4 days, 4 weeks, or possibly even 4 months. However, this has to do with your legacy. Aligning the brain and the heart, staying rooted and grounded. Second house, Taurus energy. But you gotta have faith in what it is that you see now. However, faith does mean, trusting what you cannot see and it already being so. But this is something that you're actually seeing now. This is what I mean. You're experiencing something at this time that has a lot to do with the manifestation that's being shown to you. Some of you just have to open up your mind and be more aware, because it may not be shown to you the exact way you pictured it. But trust your gut, trust what it is that you're feeling. Some of you your appetite is changing for that same exact reason. You're being guided by the universe to cleanse it out. Literally. It's like you're about to receive this revelation within yourself because of the integration. Jupiter has a lot to do with the integration of your soul's path. Some of you could be a life path 6. Leo, Sagittarius. What else are we getting from here? Virgo. Okay. You have the water signs here as well. Then we have Libra here. Then we have Sagittarius again. So free your spirit. Do and be what it would feel like being a free spirit. Okay. 1052, that's an 8. There's a transformation for sure. Okay. With the 4 of Pentacles, something between January 10th and January 20th, something's happening quicker than you expect. Let me see. With the work that you've been putting in, show me this. That seems like a beautiful exchange. It's like, what are you willing to give up and bring into balance to have this passionate new beginning, as we were speaking about stepping into that emperor energy of taking action, but you just need the passion. You've had it this entire time. You had the idea, you had the actual manifestation in your physical world. You felt like doing it, but once it approached you in the physical world, the passion, you were lacking the passion. So it was short-lived. But now you're being given an opportunity of the Ace of Wands. This is a portal you're walking through here. Literally a portal. This is like, if you were wondering, damn, if I do this, am I going to come out victorious? Well, you taking that step carries the energy of you being victorious, successful, honored, recognized. It's all here. And you see that this person has that one wand. You got the other 5 of wands around, so there was a lot of challenges. Saturn and Leo, 5 of wands, okay, that you had to overcome. And this could also be that someone who knows your heart, who knows that everything that you've been doing was and still is having to do with unconditional love. Now they're bringing you the recognition. So some of you are in here literally connecting to your soul tribe, people who recognize you. You know what I'm saying? So listen, it's all worth it for a moment of silence. Step away from it all. This is the good news that some of you are receiving. You know what I'm saying? Where you may have already received this message and it led you to stepping away from it all. And in stepping away from it all, here comes the divine saying, okay, now you're ready. Here you go. Level up. Pipe it up. Beautiful. At the bottom of the deck, you got the lovers, and immediately that's the soulmate that's coming in here for some of you. Divine partnership, career, family, what you consider family, love. Then you have the 2 of wands. This is Mars and Aries energy. But this is also you making a decision while you're at a crossroads, realizing that you got the world and you literally got the world in your hands. Come on, stop playing. Come on, stop playing. You got the world in your hands. And right up under that, what you got? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. This was all after you taking a moment to have this conversation either with yourself about these lessons when it came to your core values and social relationships, one-on-one partnerships, either a group or one-on-one. Then we have the number 8, closing out those cycles of what no longer serves you, that creates these self-sabotaging thoughts that constantly puts you in this moment of having to make a decision when you felt like you already made a decision. But see, the way the universe works is it's going to keep bringing this energy back until you actually follow through. So this has something to do with the follow through. Because it's like you take action. Then the moment for some of you, you take action, there are things from your past that come back around to distract you. And then you take 5 steps back. 1 step forward, 5 steps back. But now as you're moving forward again, 6 steps. Once you get to that sixth step, you're about to take 11 after that. You're about to be where you were always meant to be. What's under this? Let me see. Told you about that 8 of Cups. Just know your worth. What serves you, work with it. What doesn't, it's okay. Let it go. That's all. That is your message, y'all. Again, like I said, that was brief. I love y'all. Make sure y'all have an amazing evening. I am recording this in the nighttime, but love you, and I will see y'all next time.